Hi, I'm Ron Netter, and welcome to another edition of Tech Bites with Ron Netter. In this episode, we will talk about the Tivo Stream 4K, and there's a picture of it. This hasn't been out that long. I just found out about it a few days ago, and I think this is going to be something that you will be very interested to learn about. It's definitely, I think, going to have some potentials. I haven't even unboxed this yet, so I think you're going to see that we'll both be exploring this at the same time. Now, something I do suggest doing is you will need to get an HDMI extender cable, because you'll see this once this gets open. I'm a little concerned about the weight on the Tivo device. But anyway, we will get back to that, and let's continue on. Now, this content is also available as an Amazon flash briefing or podcast. Please go to techbiteswithronnetter.com for more information. For any items mentioned in this episode, there are affiliate links in the description. If you click on these links, I will get a small commission, but that won't affect the price you pay for the item. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please click on subscribe and enable notifications. If this video helps you or provides values, please click on that like button, which is thumbs up. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the process of ordering the Tivo Stream 4K, and then we'll get into installing it. And then we'll start having some discussions based on what we see about possibly using this to manage your smart home. So let's go ahead and switch over, and we'll go ahead and get this unboxed and lay the cable off here to the side. It was, from the time I ordered it till it arrived, it was just a little over 2 days, so I can't complain. So here is the Tivo streaming receiver. As you can see, it's fairly compact. It has okay, here we go. Get this out of all the shipping plastic. It has a decent little remote. Certainly, I think maybe a little bit better than the Rokus I've been using. Gee, that was nice. They sent batteries, and I do mean that in a very nice way. And then the power cable, and if you don't have an extra USB transformer, they do send one with it. Now, they do say in the instructions, they recommend if you do have and here's an explanation, getting started in 3 easy steps. Okay. Now, this does, the way I got everything ordered is I went to the Tivo.com website. Right now, you can only get this from the folks at Tivo. So that, made that easier. I did check on Amazon. They're not selling on Amazon at this point. And actually, there's a deal going on. This was $50 when I got it. It's going to go up to $70. So if you're seeing this video after the end of May, and I believe that's when it changes, May 27th sticks to mind, then that's going to affect your price a little bit. Now, the first thing you'll do in the ordering process when you're going to get the Tivo is you'll want to go ahead and create an account, because that's going to come back to help you later on. Right now, they have a launch partner, and that is, the name escapes me, but they only have the one launch partner, which is owned by Dish Networks. So you can link your two accounts with it at that point. And where is, right on the box, Sling. You'd have thought I would have remembered that one, since I do have an account on Sling. So you have the ability to link your accounts together. So what we'll do, and as you can see, that I'm a little concerned about putting this on the side of the TV, because that's, with the way the HDMI ports are on mine, that I'm just a little concerned about the strain here early on, which is why I went ahead and ordered, and I may just have to go back and get a longer one. This is an HDMI extender cable, and let's get the little twist tie off of there. So it's got a male and female end, and I'm going to have to go ahead and use this to get this hooked in to the switcher. So I'll take those ends off, and we'll take this plug off. And you may not think you need to, but I usually try to keep those handy. So let's go ahead and we'll get this plugged in, and we will undo the cable. Well, let's do a child-proof plastic bag. All right, and let's get this undone here and get this undone. I do appreciate the fact they sent a reasonably long cable. I realize there's probably some safety standards that they have to adhere to. So we'll make sure we get this oriented correctly. And okay, come on. Let's get it. Oh, that's dummy. I'm plugging it into the wrong one. No wonder it didn't look right. So we'll plug that in here, and that goes down into the end. And then we'll switch back over here because I'm going to put this in another port on my switcher here so that we can see the output directly from this. Okay, come on. Let the switcher up here briefly, and there we go. Oh, before getting too far, I probably do want to go ahead and get the remote unpacked so that we can get the batteries installed. And there's not an easy way to get that one done. There we go. The way they had the plastic seal made it a little bit of a challenge to get opened up here. And we'll open the battery compartment. They use AAAs, so they, like I said, they do send 2 AAAs with it. Depending on how much I'll be changing the batteries, I'm certainly going to consider putting rechargeables in, because why buy yet another set of batteries when you don't have to? Okay, we've got that. And okay, let's go ahead here and plug power in. Okay, and we should see that come online here shortly. And I've got, there we go. That's always a good sign, because I wasn't sure how well this was going to work. And I'll drop the lower third for right now, and that'll make it a little bit easier. And this was the 4K one, but I wasn't sure if it would support going into HD or not. Of course, you're seeing the regular Android TV startup. I'm surprised they still say Android TV, because I thought Google was rebranding it. Of course, if technology is going to act up, okay, we will skip setting the TV up on my Android phone. Yes, we're going to go here. That was probably where I hit it. Okay, so now what we'll have to go down here and do is we will hit... Okay, now I'm going to have to figure out... Oh, they got caps in lowercase. Oh, silly me was looking for the shift button. Okay, so we will enter in the password or passphrase, depending on how you want to call it. And I, as much as I'm not wild about it being out in the open, at least you can see readily before getting a rude surprise that it is getting entered correctly. Okay. And we can hide the password. So that's not a big deal. And the nice thing with this is it did see my Ubiquiti AP at 5 gigahertz, because not all my devices that are supposed to know how to do that do. Okay, so now go back over here and go here, and that's going to connect. Good, it's successfully connected to the internet as opposed to unsuccessfully connecting to the internet. Okay, please wait. So it may have to be out and getting a firmware upgrade. Okay. All right, well, okay, so that's good. So it's getting, even though this has been, it looks to be a fairly new device, there was already an update out there for it. So that's good. And that's another reason why I wanted to go to the 5 gigahertz band, is because that way it would connect. And if it had to transfer, and it would transfer at a little bit faster speed, not knowing how it might do. Yeah, let's turn that back on. Okay, now it's okay. So to download it, now it's installing the update. Yeah, it's sad when they have to tell you do not power off, because I guess some people probably have. And then we know that means it's automatically going to have another update. I mean, another reboot, excuse me, which, you just kind of have learned to expect in the update process or an installation process is going to have at least one install. The only ones that really get on my nerves are the ones that you install one update and then the update's not cumulative, so you have to install sometimes multiple ones to get things up and running. So that's not doing it too slow of a pace. So that's, and just to make sure there's nothing below there. Okay, yeah. Okay, we should be finished here in just a second. I mean, this is really not taking that long once I got things plugged in. And with this being it also has infrared on it. You can see that right here. So that will be a whole nother process, because right now I've got this in the studio with me. I don't have it near my LG big screen. So we'll have to go through that process, and I'll do probably a later video on that to kind of take you through the process. But you may not want to pair it with your TV, or you may not have it, not pairing with the TV, but putting the remote codes in, because sometimes some TVs, depending on how they implement the command, some of the buttons may not work right. So I'm at first going to concentrate with mainly getting this up and running, and then we'll take the rest from there. Okay, so that's moving along pretty good. Not too bad. So I guess the remote, when I was having some problems in pairing, it very well could have been me, probably was, where I was maybe brushing against one of the buttons, and that, because I haven't learned how sensitive the control is yet, or the remote. But it's handy in size. It's actually a little bit easier for the size of my hands. It's actually easier for me to hold this one than it is the Roku. The Roku, my hands are almost wrapping around it because it's a little bit smaller. Okay, let's get that out of the way, because you don't need to see the mouse cursor in the middle. And hopefully, okay, and the remote's flashing right now, so it's trying to reacquire the mothership. Okay, and I like it's this chatty when it first starts up, so you know that where it hits the problem, because it's not always on the Rokus that I've got. It doesn't always. Okay, so we need to sign in. Oh, do I want to use my? No, I didn't use phone or computer. We'll use the remote, because I didn't want to tie the phone at this point, because I'm also got the phone controlling some of the video switcher, so that's why I didn't want to do that at this point. And meanwhile, I will go ahead and bring up the Google account here and go into my password manager. And that's probably some other videos that I should look at doing too, is going into, I've got two-factor authentication turned on, and we're going to see how that handles here in just a second. Okay, Google. All right. Okay, that kind of tells me Google Apps. All right, and that kind of tells me, okay, there we go. All right, so, and we'll also see, they got the keyboard, seems like pretty well laid out. And we have to go over here to get the dot. Okay. You don't have to mash the control, it seems like, as much as I do with the Roku. Now, this is probably where I should have probably done it from the phone, but I wanted to kind of see how it did at this point. Whoops. There we go. It was easy enough to back up. Okay, almost done here. I have a little bit lengthy of a domain name. I guess if I'd been thinking things through a little bit, I would have picked one shorter, but there was a very good reason at the time why I picked one this long, and that has to do with the magazine that I used to write for. Okay, we'll go here. Okay, and then it's going to enter my password. Okay. Okay, this is another one where you got, I like this kind of keyboard where it's everything is on, you've got upper and lowercase on the one screen. So kudos to the folks at Tivo for thinking this one through. Now, this is probably, and I've got two-factor authentication turned on, so this is probably where it's going to complain. Now, here we go. Try another way. Okay, there we go. See, this is, I should have let me, okay. Now I can go back here. I was not reading this correctly. Okay, let's see here. Get a code from the Authenticator app. Okay, now this makes sense. All right. Okay. 5, 6, 2, 2, 7. Oh. 3. Okay, let's see here. Okay, therein lied the problem. Okay, accept the terms of service like you have a choice. Yeah, we'll say yes to location. Yes, will help Android. Some of this I may turn back off. I'm not going to... I'm going to say no thanks for right now. I may turn that back on. I just want to see about getting this up and running. Install all of the following apps. Okay. No. It's read some things that I guess are in my profile. Okay. Definitely no. HD home run, yeah, because I've got an HD home run receiver. I would like to see that. Oh, boy, won't let you uninstall those. Okay. Note to Tivo, be nice if you would let me not install certain things. Okay, continue. All right. Getting Google Apps from Play Games. Okay. Then this is going to be something, we'll do the Google Assistant setup later. And cast the TV. Yeah, I can see we'll be doing several more videos on this one. There we go. Welcome to the stream 4K. Okay, continue. Okay. Netflix, HBO. Okay, I've got Prime. Prime and Prime Video. Okay, I didn't realize they were distinguishing those. Disney Plus, we'll look at some point. Google Play, yes. And now, okay, customize channels. So if we go over here to Sling, and what I did when I set up the account is I actually entered in my Sling credentials. So in the process of me getting this activated, it should have already passed that information. So let's go back over here. And let's see if it asks me to enter my credentials. It shouldn't. It should let me right in. Okay, now I'm going to have to enter my credentials. Well, so much for pairing the account, but you at least see where it's going at this point. And really, it's not that bad of a deal to get up and running. Like I said, I do like the remote. It's a decent sized remote. So we've gotten to the end of the process of setting up. So you can kind of see what's involved. So not a big deal by any means. It just, you want to allow plenty of time for the process. Now, if this video helps you or provides value, please click on that thumb button, which is the like button. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please click on subscribe and enable notifications. Thank you for watching your time. And you're going to see different videos pop up here that you may want to look at from other content that I produced. So appreciate your time in watching it, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.